Hey there, Pisces, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your monthly reading. This is going to be a reading for the month of March 2023, and we're going to take a look at past, present, and near future energies. Also, Pisces, please remember that if this reading resonates and you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. All you have to do is send me an email, and if you enjoy what I do, buy me a coffee. I love coffee. The donation link is in the description box below. Okay. Well, something looks good in the recent past, but what's the holdup? Now again, Pisces, I'm going to say you because this is your reading. This oh my God, why can't I talk? This may very well be your person's energy, so take it as it resonates. Okay. The main energy for your reading this month is the Death. There seems to be an ending here. There seems to be a difficult ending, but I'm not buying it. I don't know how to explain this quite yet. As I'm pulling these cards, you're showing me like, yeah, the main energy is an ending for this month, but it's almost like it ended, but it didn't end. I'm sure the cards will clarify this more as I go through the reading. Now, in the recent past, you get the Knight of Wands, the Lovers, the Five of Wands. There's a deep connection here. The Lovers is the most emotionally intense charged card in the entire tarot deck. It is love. It is romance. It is a really, really deep connection. But somebody here is inconsistent. I don't know if this is you or your person. Somebody has a hard time being consistent. They're hot, they're cold. They're in, they're out. And this is causing some conflict here because obviously this is a deep connection. But the way it's manifesting here in the 3D world, this person's behavior is causing a little bit of friction, a little bit of drama here for you and them. Now, in the current situation, you get the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Cups. Somebody here is looking at their past actions and what they did, what they said, how they handled the situation, and they're kind of like, I was a little too rash. I was a little too hasty. Maybe I should have been more patient. Maybe I should have taken more time. Maybe I shouldn't have kind of flown off the handle. But then their mind, their logical brain comes in and it's like, you didn't fly off the handle. You were being perfectly practical, perfectly logical. Like, it's almost like they're like, oh, I regret what I did, but I don't have a reason to regret my actions. Okay? I'll clarify. This reading is already like super intricate and I haven't even started it yet. But that's how you know it's going to be good. So in the near future, you get the Tower, the Page of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Somebody here is doubting whether or not they burn this to the ground too quickly because they do still view you two as very much in a connection. They do still have a lot of love for you. And they feel like they're still, even though, you know, here in the 3D world, it may have ended, energetically, they still feel like I'm in a relationship with this person. But the problem is that they fear that, one, they may have burned things down to the ground too quickly, or there's nothing to work with here. That everything is just so far gone to like the negative side that there's really nothing to work here, even though the emotions are still there. Like we can't build moving forward. So let's clarify and let's see. I want to start off by clarifying the main energy for your reading this month, which is the Death. The Death is clarified by the Queen of Swords, which you get again in the current situation, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Somebody decided to end this, right? Somebody decided to put an end to this connection. And in their mind, logically, practically, you know, on paper, they're like, oh, this is a really good decision. This is going to bring me emotional fulfillment. This is going to give me that emotional stability I'm looking for. I don't know that it did because now they're kind of showing me, well, where's that emotional stability? They're kind of confused as to what's going on. It's almost like they thought that by putting an end to this connection, by ending this, they would feel better, they would feel good, they'd feel emotionally fulfilled. They'd be like, yeah, that was the right decision. Because their mind, their ego convinced them of that. But then now they're looking at it and they're like, I don't feel emotionally fulfilled. I don't feel emotionally balanced. Like, what the heck? So they're kind of confused. They're like, I thought this would work out. How come it's not working out? Like, how come I'm not getting what I thought I was going to get? Let's take a look at the recent past. I'm going to start off by clarifying the Knight of Wands for you in the recent past. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the High Priestess, the Devil, and the Sun. Somebody here in the recent past was inconsistent. Now, this is an unhealthy behavioral pattern that this person has. But the thing is, it makes them happy. The Sun is not just a, oh, this is cool type of energy. They're hot and cold, in and out. The way they approach this whole situation, the way they engaged with it, this very intense push and pull, is what really makes this person happy deep, deep down. Now, I can tell you by these energies, this is not a healthy energy. This is not a balanced energy, right? Like swinging to the pendulum, super, super hot, super, super cold. That's not balanced. It's not stable. And deep down, this person knows that, but they're showing me like, this is what feels good to me. Like doing this, behaving this way, like that's what feels good to me. That's what makes me feel happy. Okay. Let's take a look at the Lovers in the recent past. And again, this could be you. This could be your person. Take it as it resonates. The Lovers is clarified by the Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, this inconsistent energy caused an ending in this beautiful connection. And again, the Lovers is truly beautiful. This is like a deep soul connection. This is something that, is intense. It was intense. It was beautiful. And somebody's inconsistent behavior caused this to end. It caused this to come to a very painful, very difficult ending. And now this person's kind of sitting here and like, oh, well, what are my options? What do I do? Right? They thought that by ending this, so to give you an example of this energy, it would be like, oh, we're dating, and you want to commit. They don't want to commit. And they're kind of all over the place. They're like, I don't want to give a title. I don't want to commit. I want to be a free spirit, yada, yada. And then their inconsistent energy caused an ending between the two of you. And now they're sitting here and they're like, well, I thought that this would make me happy. But now having this connection come to an end makes me unhappy. So what gives? And that's kind of what they're doing here in the recent past. They're looking at their different options. They're like, okay, well, we ended. This sucks. Now what? Now what? They're just waiting. This person's just waiting. They're just like, yeah, I'll figure it out. Like, I need more time, but I'll figure it out. Let's take a look at the Five of Wands in the recent past. Five of Wands is clarified by the Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's conflicted here because on the one hand, they're like, yo, this fun, playful, like me being all over the place used to be fun. And now they're kind of realizing it's not as fun as I wanted to, but they don't want to realize that. It's almost like this person, again, they thought their behavior would give them this emotional stability and happiness that they were looking for. And then now when they realize that that's not the case, they don't really want to face facts. They're kind of looking at it and they're like, oh, I'm not happy. Well, it can't be my actions. It has to be something else, right? It's like they're looking at the consequences of their actions in the face, but they don't want to accept the reality of the situation. So they're kind of doing some mental gymnastics here to see like, okay, well, what else could it be? There's nothing else. And that's why they're conflicted, because they have the facts, they have the facts staring them square in the face, and they don't want to face facts. And they're kind of like, what do I do? Like, how do I find an explanation to this that I like, that doesn't paint me out as the bad guy? Let's take a look at the current situation. I want to take a look at the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords is clarified by the Star, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, in the current situation, this person wants to have a new beginning here. They want to have a new beginning. They want to start over. Like, this is literally their one wish. If I was like, hey, person, and I don't feel like this is you, Pisces. I feel like this is somebody you're dealing with. So I'll just say Pisces person. Hey, Pisces person, you get one wish. What do you want? I want to wave a magic wand. I want to start over. The problem is, again, mental gymnastics. This person is kind of thinking and thinking and thinking and overthinking about how do I make this new beginning happen, right? I don't mind taking action. I'll do it. But they don't want to necessarily take accountability for their actions, right? They want a new beginning. They'll reach out, they'll text, they'll initiate. They don't have an issue with that. Their issue is when the conversation comes down to, okay, well, what happens in the past? They don't want to deal with that. It's almost like, again, because they don't want to face facts. So that's kind of their desire. But they're really trying to think their way into getting what they want without having to deal with the consequences of their actions in the past. Let's take a look at the Queen of Swords in the current situation. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups. Yeah, again, they want a new beginning. They do feel like you and them are, and again, the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I can't make this up. This person wants to rekindle this, and they want to rekindle this fast. They don't want to wait a month, a year to be like, oh, maybe we can like, you know, rebuild this, come back together. No, no, no. They want this like yesterday, right? And they're showing me like the memories of the two of you together play in their mind like a loop. They literally, like the memories, the good times, the sweet times, they really do feel like a very, very beautiful soul connection with you, which is not surprising. The thing with this person is though, is that they're not, it's not just that they're not emotional. They don't like or want to be vulnerable. They show up as very cold, very detached, very practical and logical, right? Because that's what they pride themselves on. But they have emotions. They just don't really like accessing them very much because emotions equal vulnerability. And this person doesn't do vulnerability very well. Let's take a look at the Five of Cups in the current situation for you. Five of Cups is clarified by the Tower, which you get again in the near future. The Five of Cups again, and the Five of Wands, which you got in the same row in the recent past. This person is not sure if their past actions have basically burned the bridge here. Like, is there anything that we can do to move forward here? Or have I messed up so severely that there's no coming back from this? But again, this no coming back ties back to them not wanting to face facts. It's almost like an energy of, I did something, it was my behavior that caused us to break up. I want you back. I know you want me back, or at least I think I do. Or at least I think you do. I want you back. I think you want me back. Now, can we move forward? Or have I messed up so badly that there's literally no coming back from this, right? There's no way you're going to take me back. Beyond that, how do I come back together with you and get what I want without having to take accountability and face facts for what I did, right? This is that conflict. I don't want to accept accountability and take responsibility for what I did, even though I know that what I did caused this whole situation that I am now trying to fix and that I fear may have gone way too far to the point where, again, I messed up so badly that you're not going to take me back. What a mess. If you feel comfortable sharing in the comments, what did this person do that is so detrimental that they're like, there's no way, like they're showing me like, I think I may have burned this bridge to the ground and there's no way I can come back from this, even though I want to. Let's take a look at the near future. I want to clarify the Tower for you in the near future. Tower is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or this person just embodies that energy. In the near future, this person really wants to work things out. They do want to have a new beginning in love. They're clear on that. They're showing me 3 aces. They know they want to have a new beginning in love. They're actually willing to put in the work to make it happen too, right? But they really do fear, like, there's no way that, like, this person's going to take me back. There's no way, like, I really burned the bridge to the ground. Let's take a look at the Page of Swords in the near future for you. Page of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the World. So this person, despite all their doubts, despite all their fears, it seems like they are going to reach out. The thing is, though, they're putting on a bit of a cocky front here. They're putting on a bit of like a, oh, I'm great, I'm good, I just want to see how you are, you know. Again, no accountability here. But it's almost like, you know what, let me clarify the Two of Cups and then I'll say what I'm about to say. Yeah, the Two of Cups is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Hierophant. So what I do see here is this person does still have love for you, right? They love you. They think you love them back. And they do end up reaching out because they literally, it's just like they want to talk to you. But even their communication is not vulnerable. It's not transparent, and there's no accountability being taken. It's almost like they're digging themselves into a deeper hole with you by talking to you and not giving you any kind of like, hey, I'm sorry. Hey, this is an explanation, right? They're more like reaching out. They're like, hey, how are you? This is how I've been. This is what I've been up to. What have you been up to, right? But there's no, hey, I'm so sorry for doing this. Hey, this is what happened. There's no explanation. There's nothing. And so this person is essentially like, they're showing me like, oh, by having this conversation, I feel like we're even more over than what I did before. Like I thought we were over, but now I kind of feel like we're even over. Simply because they're not being vulnerable. They're appearing very cocky instead of just being transparent and honest about how they feel and what they want. Now, I do see for you in the near future here, you guys do still love each other very much. There is still very much a connection here. And I do see the desire for equal give and take to be there, right? Like you don't want to cut ties with this person. They don't want to cut ties with you. Again, I could be wrong, but this is their perception. So I do feel like they don't want to cut ties with you. But this person is just very focused on themselves. It's like they do want this connection. They do want you. They do want love. They do want to give 50%, but not at the expense of themselves, right? And I'm not saying that you have to sacrifice yourself entirely to be in a connection, but when you're in a connection, when you're working with somebody else, it's give and take, right? The emphasis here is on giving. And this person's willing to give, but only if it fits within what's comfortable for them. A little bit selfish here. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind this month, Pisces. From the universe, you get the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, King of Cups. Yeah, you're showing me that there is equal give and take here, or at least the desire for it, but you don't trust it. This person's coming in and they're kind of like giving, but you know that it's almost like you feel or you know that there's like strings attached, but you still love them and they still love you. And that's what's overcomplicating this whole thing. So Pisces, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did and it resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you here on the next one.